Okay. We'll start out with a very basic. I'm going to give you word problems, right? But I think it's very important to touch on all types of distance, rate, and time problems. There are certain types of distance, rate, and problems that you will run into. They can be simple, and then they can kind of go kind of hardcore. All right. The most simplest distance, rate, and time problem is if the three of us, we're all going to this restaurant, or we're going to this military ball, right? And it's pretty much a straight road, all right? But this place is 250 miles away. All right, so we got a little bit of driving to do. And let's say we're going to go down a road that is 55 miles per hour. That is the speed limit. How much time is it going to take us to get to this, from point A to the ball? And if you arrive at the answer, just say clear, and that way I know you have the answer. Don't blurt the answer out.
You said how long it's going to take us to get there?
Okay, and I typed the question out, so it is on the message board. A group of military cadets are attending a military ball. The location is 250 miles away. If the road they use has a speed limit of 55 miles an hour, how long will it take them to get to the ball?
Got it.
Okay, how we doing this, Valdo?
Well, what I'm doing is I'm dividing. Is that the right method to do so? 250 divided by 55.
Okay, I would do distance equals rate times time.
Okay.
So we have to solve for time. So time is what we're looking for, is going to be a function of distance divided by rate.
Okay.
So now, that will be distance of 250 miles divided by 55.
will it be clear?
I'm sorry? Okay, yeah. So type your answers in on the message board, what you guys came up with. Hey, your answer, Osvaldo?
Trying to,
Or just tell me. She has her answer on the message board. What is your answer?
4.5, 4.5, 4.5.
Very good, very good. Okay. 4.5. So what we would take is we would take the 250. Man, my markers are not cooperating this evening. All right, we would take the 250 divide by 55. So I'll do it over here. 250. We'll put the 55 over here. All right, 55 cannot go into 2. 55 can't go into 25. But I'm estimating about 4 times. So if I multiply this by 4, we get 2220. So 4. We place a decimal there, drop a 0. So we came up with 220. We have 30 remaining, and then we drop a 0 for 300. Now, this is where the 5 comes in. 55 times 5. 25, 225, 275. And we can stop right there. 4.5. Now, if they give you if the answers in your multiple choice selection are in hours and minutes, 4.5 will not work. So what we do is we look at the 4.5, we look at this last digit, we multiply it by 6, and this will give us 4 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, was that clear, sir?
Yes.
Okay, outstanding. All right. So now, another way we can get a question is, we have 2 cars, 80 miles an hour, and we have a car going in the opposite direction at 100 miles per hour. And the question is, well, I'd rather do it like this. All right. Since word problems are the issue, we put it in word format, and then we'll all solve it together. All right.
Are we solving something?
No?
Oh, okay.
I'm typing. Hey, don't be making fun of my slow typing.
Just making sure.
Okay. I meant 2 vehicles, not tow. 2 vehicles are traveling in opposite directions. If vehicle 1 travels at 80 miles per hour and vehicle 2 travels at 100 miles per hour, how long will it take the 2 vehicles to get 550 miles apart? Okay. So, how will we set this up, guys?
Will it follow in the distance divided by rate?
Distance, rate, and time, but it will be kind of like an expansion sort of thing.
So we can do both of the car's direction to make it easier at 100 plus 80, because we know that they're moving apart from each other 180 miles per hour.
Okay. So we're going to say distance equals rate times time. And the rate will be 180. And we want to know how long it's going to take them to get how many miles apart, Osvaldo?
550. Oh, sorry.
550.
Very good. So what do we need to do to solve for x? Let me know. Talk to me. What are you doing, Osvaldo?
Dividing the 550 over 180.
Okay. Why don't we do this? I'd like to introduce you to something. And I'd like you to watch my board. Basically what you're about to do was this. Right?
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Well, why don't you just do this? You'll get the same answer if you chop off the equal amount of zeros. You will get the same answer. Now, which is easier, option A or option B?
Option A, most definitely.
Okay. So you're learning something already.
Correct. That's correct.
But the thing is, you got to remember, I have to chop off the same amount of zeros. And Kari, you just taught me something.
I just did what?
You taught me something.
What did I teach you? I never teach you anything.
An easier way to do this type of problem.
Oh. You're rubbing up on me.
No, it's the other way around. Okay. Osvaldo, how are we coming along, buddy?
I got a 54.
Okay. Keep going. If you have the answer, just say clear, and that'll be fine for me, sir. Because we're holding for Kari.
It'll be, I got 1 over the 54. I mean, I got 3.1. Is that how you read it?
Yeah, but I don't want you to answer it before Kari's ready. We're doing.
Oh no, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. I got 3 point. The same thing.
Okay.
You got what?
Wait, 3. Wait, I didn't finish. 3 point something.
All right, 3, 2, 4, 54. Remainder 1. Add 0. Decimal 0.
They gotta add another 0. Yeah, 0 point something. That's what I was doing. How many times does 180 go into 1,000 or 100? I mean.
Yeah. It's going to be 3.05.
Okay.
Now, for our purposes,
got it.
For our purposes, that will be 3 hours and 30 seconds. Since 0, if we multiply 0 by 6, it's going to give us a 0. So the 0.5 will be 30 seconds. But 3 hours is fine for me. All right. Because 180 times 3 is 540. So there's only like another 10 miles to go. So, I mean, I'll take that answer. I just make that sometimes these answers aren't clean because I just make them up off the top of my head. So they're not clean. But are we clear on that, Osvaldo?
Mm-hmm.
Clear.
All right, very good. Now, another way we could give you a problem. And I'm typing, Kari.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, either one of you can read it aloud.
The ships are 1,500 miles apart. If the boats travel at rates on 45 miles per hour and 60 miles per hour respectively, how far apart will the boats be in 4 hours?
My typing is terrible. Sorry. So the two ships are 1,500 miles apart. If the boats travel at rates of 45 miles per hour and 65 miles per hour, respectively, and towards each other, they're going towards each other. So they're 1,500 miles apart, going towards each other. How far are these boats going to be away from each other in 4 hours?
Okay.
And just say clear when you are ready when you have an answer.
Ready.
Okay, I'm having tough time with this one.
Okay, no problem. Okay. So the question is telling us that two ships are 1,500 miles apart. Now, the boats travel at 45 and 65 miles per hour. So they're traveling towards each other. So how far apart are they going to be in 4 hours? What we'll do is we'll establish a closure rate. And that will be 110. We get that by adding up the two speeds. And we get 110 miles per hour for a closure rate. And we can still use the distance equals rate times time, but we use it a little bit differently. The distance traveled by the two boats collectively, the rate is 110 miles per hour. And they gave us 4 hours. So 440 will be the number of miles that they complete. So we subtract that from 1,500. And this is how far they're apart. 1,060 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get the same thing, Kari?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure you can. That's why I'm here.
How'd you get the 440 again?
Get the what?
How did you guys get the 440?
Okay, 440 is the combination of adding the two rates. Because that is a closure rate. That is the rate that they are closing in on each other.
Okay.
All right. So 110 miles per hour is that closure rate. The question is asking how far apart will they be in 4 hours? Well, if this closure rate exists for 4 hours, then they cover 440 miles.
Okay, I see now.
110 miles an hour times 4 hours. We're still in the realm of distance equals rate times time.
So therefore, if 100 miles per hour is consistent for 4 hours without stopping at that rate, it'll come out to 440.
That is the distance that we will travel.
Okay.
So then we subtract 440 from the original distance, 1,500, and it will give us how many miles apart we are, or the two boats are.
I see. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Another type of question you will get is called the delayed departure. And this type of question, it will say, all right, we got two vehicles going down the same road. All right. This vehicle leaves at 12 o'clock noon. This vehicle is going to leave at 3 p.m. This vehicle is going to leave at a speed of, I don't know, 75 miles per hour. And this vehicle is going to leave at a speed of 90, let me get evil, 93 miles per hour. How long is it going to take vehicle 2 to catch up with vehicle 1? Because are these kind of similar to some of the questions you saw in the test?
Very similar.
Okay. Okay. Anybody got an answer yet?
Hold on a second. It's gonna take them a while. It's gonna take them a long time with the supervisors. It's gonna take them over 12 hours.
I just want to answer.
Okay. Just saying, it's gonna take them a long time. I got something.
Well, you got to tell me what that something is, Miss Lady.
I got 12 hours and 12 minutes.
Okay.
I don't know how right that is.
Okay, so basically what we would do is we would set up a table under rate times time equals distance. And the two rate times times would equal a distance. So vehicle 1 and vehicle 2, vehicle 1 it moves at 75, vehicle 2 93. Time would be X in both cases. But this guy has a 3-hour head start. So it'll be X plus 3. So 93X would be equal to 75 times the sum of X plus 3. And that's what I have down here for my starting equation. So 75 has to be distributed into this. So this will become 75X. And then 75 times 3 is equal to 225. Okay, so now we have 93X equals 75X plus 225. So now what we need to do is combine like terms. The 75 will jump the equal sign and become negative. So it will be 18x equals 225. So in order to find how much time it's going to take train 2 to catch up with, or vehicle 2 to catch up with vehicle 1, we must divide 225 by 18. Now there's no calculators involved, so we must do this by hand. So 18 cannot go into 2, but it can go into 22 one time. So we bring our 18 down, we got 4, and then 5 comes down. And then we have to look at how many times can 18 go into 45?
2 times.
2. And then that would be 36. And then we would get a 9. A decimal will be added to this point and a 0, and we drop a 0. So we have 90. 90. What?
I think you got a 4.
45 minus 36 is 9.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you got it right.
Okay, may I continue?
Yes.
I'm messing with her. Don't worry. We ain't fighting. That's my buddy. All right. So,
okay.
Now, so we have 90 now. And I would use probably 4 would get me the closest. So 18 times 4, 32, 372. 72, let's add another 18 to that. See what we get. 0. Nah, 12.4. 12.4 even. So, Osvaldo, I'm going to test what I've taught you something. We have 12.4 hours. How many hours and minutes is that, sir?
How many hours and a minute is that?
How many hours and minutes is 12.4?
Would it be 12 hours and 4 seconds?
Nope, 12 hours. Remember I said the number after the decimal, we multiply by 6 to get the minutes. So we have 12 hours and 24 minutes.
Correct.
Because 4 times 6 is 24. So when we have an hours in decimal form and we need to transfer them to hours and minutes, we have 12 hours and 24 minutes for our answer.
Oh, I see.
All right.
Yep.
And it's always gonna be like that when they're asking for that resolution.
Yeah. Okay.
I got the 12 hours right, but I got 45 minus 36 is 4.
Oh, no. But you saw how I did it. And, you know, this will be posted, so you can look at it later in my video playlist.
12 hours.
All right.
So it's always multiplied by 6
Yeah.
on the decimal?
Yeah, so look, all right. Let's say I had 1.5 hours, 1.3 hours, 2.7 hours, 3.9 hours, 55 point, I don't know, 4 hours.
Okay.
All right. This is going to be 1 hour, 30 minutes. Because 5 times 6 is 30. It's real simple. Don't make it too hard.
Okay. Okay.
So what is this?
18?
1 hour, 18 minutes. What is this?
2 hours and 48 minutes?
42 minutes.
42 minutes, I'm sorry.
What is this?
3 hours and 54 minutes?
What about this?
24 minutes?
55 hours and 24 minutes.
28 minutes. 24 minutes, correct.
Okay. So again, you can come back and you can look at this once I finalize the video and make it and put it up, and you can come back and you can revisit this. Unfortunately, I just wanted to give you the basics, because fuel consumption problems, once you have your time that you've traveled and you know how many gallons per hour, then you just multiply that times your resultant time. For instance, I'll give you a quick one. If my aircraft consumes 30 gallons per hour, and our travel time is an hour and 30 minutes, how much fuel am I going to guzzle?
30 gallons per hour?
Yes.
You would multiply that 30 times the 1.5?
Yep. And what would my answer be?
I got 450?
45 gallons.
45 gallons. I'm sorry.
Because, and think of it, you got to think of it theoretically. If I'm burning 30 gallons per hour, in 1 hour I'm going to burn 30 gallons. In a half hour I'm going to burn half. So that's 15. 45 gallons.
Okay.
All right. Now, unfortunately, it's like 11:30. I kind of, since you came in, I did put in some extra time. I'm here every Friday night.
What time do you start Eastern time?
9 to 11 Eastern.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
And so, what you need to do is go through your book, and you go through your book and you just mark off questions that you're having problems with. This way, you can rapidly present them. You know, a lot of people,
Okay.
they come and they're like, okay, yeah, I got my book, but they haven't marked off questions and stuff, so now you know. So you can just have questions readily available. In the first part, it's a live stream, and in the second part, it's like this, where you can communicate and actually talk to me. So,
Okay.
Now, also, here's my email. Okay, that is my email, kieno.thomas@gmail.com. Now, during the live stream and the Google Chats, what you could do is you could take pictures with your smartphone of the questions. And then what you could do is you could just send them to my email, and then I can solve them for the group to see. All right?
Okay.
This just helps out. I have videos, other videos of live streams in the past. I don't know, how did you find me?
I was watching the YouTube videos before, actually after September, and that's how I came across your videos on how to do the math, and also the other videos and the other videos such as aviation and the mechanical ones as well.
Okay, good. Okay, so, you know, it's definitely a good channel to be a part of if you're preparing to take the AFOQT. However,
Yeah, the videos are very helpful.
I wish you had met me before you took the test the first time, because you only get 2 chances to take it. So
That's correct.
You really gotta hammer it out. Now, I do offer one-on-one tutoring, but you know that's up to you. But I encourage you to come out to the free live streams, come out to the free Google chats. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But you have my email if you need any any information about one-on-one tutoring. And Kari is actually a one-on-one tutor client. But you know, so we have our own one-on-one sessions. But then here, you actually get 2 free hours where you can just come and hammer me with questions. And I don't know. You can ask her. She might lie to you, but I think I'm a halfway decent tutor. Right, Kari? You know.
I drive him crazy.
But I'm very passionate about helping people, you know, get this done, because I know it is not an easy undertaking. And so, you know, there we have it. So hopefully I will see you next week in the live stream or the Google chat, either one. And if you just send me a note, I will make sure that you get a notification about the Google chats and the live streams. So even if you can't attend them, a video link will be sent to your email. And
I appreciate it. I'm off on Fridays, so it works. It works on my behalf. I'm always off on Fridays.
Good. Well, I
So
hope to
that'll
see you more often.
And your itinerary, your time is once again Eastern time from 9 Eastern or 8 Eastern?
9 Eastern. What time zone do you live in?
Central.
Okay, yeah, so it's 8 to 10 your time.
Correct.
And, you know, if I get enough, people in, I'll keep it going for a little while.
I see.
But, you know, I have to work tomorrow, so.
Yeah.
So I cut it short, and then I have clients in the morning as well, so. You know, just come on out. If you need one-on-one tutoring, my email's there. And, you know, hopefully we can get you done and we can get you to kill that test this time around.
I have a quick question in reference to preparation for the exam. How many months or weeks would you advise somebody to practice before you actually take the exam to actually?
That question?
Huh? Oh my God. Something happened. Wow. I lost it. Shit. Excuse my language, folks, but